this is how the 14th structure is created after the burst of these two spheres, the first two teeth structure. Now, this is the first human generation in the universe. The father, mother, son and daughters. These the 14th structure exists as forces. The father's force, mother's force, sons and daughters' forces also. Because no matter created yet in the universe, so everything exists as forces. Then when it comes to these physical worlds also, this energy, this mechanism, this theory comes to us because we all are connected to the universe's origin. So from the universe's origin, this wisdom also comes to us, this plan through the genetic power, through our consciousness. Then according to this theory, only every human being is created. So the father and a mother, or husband and wife, they don't have to think about how should we create children, whether they need to have 4 teeth structure, 16 teeth structure or whatever. They don't have to think about it because it comes within their genes. The genes carry this information from the universe's origin up to this present moment, to this world, to all human beings. So now after creating this 14th structure, now how do we look at this diagram? Now I am looking, that's also important here, because now you are comparing this with your own teeth. Right? Now how do you figure out this is, now when I am looking at this diagram, this is my left side and this is my right side. So take like that. I am also teaching according to that. Then you also figure out that way. This is the left set of teeth and this is the right set of teeth. The way you look at this diagram. This 4 teeth structure is very strong because it has to carry this information. It has to be an everlasting theory for the continuation of the existence of human beings. And furthermore, I want to explain this creation further. When we consider the first two spheres, the creation of the first two spheres, it took place through a vertical line, through the main diagonal, and then through that vertical line, the created two spheres meet at this point, the vertical line. Even though in the first separation, even though the first large sphere was separated, split into two, again they joined. The created two spheres join at the center through that vertical line. When the bursting takes place, it took place horizontally, and there is an opening. There is an opening when the bursting takes place here horizontally. That opening acts as a mouth. It's a mouth-like opening. That is how the mouth was created at the universe's origin. So that opening has to exist forever because the energy accumulated here and here, or the energy accumulated here and here, the universe's energy, is attracted by the nucleus, because this arrangement is within the force cube. Once the force cube is created, the nucleus is created. From the moment the nucleus was created, it keeps attracting light, mass and time from the universe. As a result, the first sphere is created within the force cube, and then two spheres, then again the four sphere structure is created. So there is a continuous energy flow into the force cube. So that energy, continuous flow of energy is accumulated here and here. What is coming with that energy? That is the nuclear attraction. This energy is the nuclear attraction force, and in other words, it carries the polished, shiny characteristic. Due to the creation of the sphere surface. Sphere surface has a very smooth, thin, shiny, polished surface, and it can stick things onto it. So these here and here, the energy accumulated carries the polished, shiny characteristic and stickiness. Also, those are the characteristics of genes, and due to the stickiness, this energy can attract things towards it. It's the nuclear energy, in other words, because for this energy to accumulate here, that is because of the nuclear attraction. Energy accumulates here due to the nuclear attraction. Energy comes to these points because of the nuclear attraction of the force cube. This is in other words, we can say these two are the nuclear attraction forces, or the nuclear energy also. And this is composed of the genetic power. It carries the genetic technology, the intelligence, and also the consciousness. The large sphere surface I explained, it is the origin of consciousness. So consciousness means you sense things. Consciousness, how do we identify that there is a person is conscious? Because he can sense things. So the consciousness is acting on him. It's active. So the consciousness is also here. Is also carried here. So all those information is found here and here. Then that information, the polished characteristic, shiny, stickiness, absorption ability, genetic power, consciousness, nuclear energy, all those are traveling to the nucleus. Then the mouth opening arrangement, mouth-like opening arrangement due to the bursting has to exist forever in the universe in order to continue the energy flow to the nucleus. Due to the continuous energy flow from the universe, within the force cube, the first sphere is created, then the energy, accumulated energy bursts, and then bursting and then creating 14th structure. Again the nuclear attracts the energy, again creating the larger sphere, again bursting happens and creating again that energy is used to create 14th structure. Like that, this 14th structure becomes stronger and stronger. It's unbreakable. It cannot be changed. It's very strong structure exists at the universe's origin. And while this energy is received at L and M also the energy is developed. The attraction forces increase at L and M. So L and M wants to attach with each other. They want to join with each other. But the problem is, due to the stronger 4-teeth structure, this and this cannot join with each other. They cannot attach. So what they do is, because of that, L pulls the nucleus towards it, and this also pulls the nucleus towards it. They want to bring the nucleus towards them because nuclear attraction forces exist here. Then as a result, all these things are happening now, you see, due to the attraction forces. Now the best way to absorb this content is you also draw these diagrams and think how this could happen, how the next step, what should be the next step. Like that, you should work with this content. Your brain should work with this content. Actually, then when your brain is working with this content, your brain connects with the universe's origin, universe's purest energy, because these things took place at the universe's origin a boundless time ago. Nobody can determine when did the universe create all these things. So very, very old creations before every Buddha now. This content, only Bodhisattvas and Buddhas can unveil this content to the world because they've been there. They have awakened this content, this wisdom, and that is why they can deliver this content to the world. So if, let's say, now we've heard about in Buddhism that how many, one person has come to the Lord Buddha and asked once how many past Buddhas lived. Then he has shown a river and he has told him the number of Buddhas lived in the past is equal to the number of sand particles in that long river. So that's an uncountable value. Nobody can count it at all. So that much old. Then let's say that the very first Buddha in the universe, before he became the Lord Buddha, before the very first Buddha person becomes the Lord Buddha, an infinite time before that, only this took place. The universe originated and all these creations established in the universe before the very first Buddha. That is why nobody can figure out when did the universe create all these things, all this mechanism, the methodology or theories. So that is why when you are working with this content, when you are trying to figure out, understand, explore about this content, you also connect with that purest energy. You also connect with that oldest point in the universe, oldest creations in the universe. So draw these diagrams one by one and write my explanations and try to understand. By just listening to this, by just watching this video, you can never understand this. Your brain has to work with this content, and you know, as I've told before also, this content is not at all based on any existing sciences, and we introduce this content is newly introducing first time to the world, so you have no references for this. Therefore, forget about all information, the scientific theories, what you know. Liberate your mind from those constraints and learn this as a fresh content. So then your mind is purified, brain is purified. So this L and M try to bring the nucleus towards them due to their attraction forces developed here and here. Then as a result, what happens is the father teeth, this sphere, split vertically, and then this sphere also split vertically. These two also split vertically, because now these two ends, they try to, L and M try to bring the nucleus towards it, but what does the universe do? Universe doesn't bring the nucleus either here or here. Instead, it sets up a new methodology, new mechanism, new theory to bringing this here. That means the nuclear energy, the nuclear attraction force closer to this and this. As a result, vertical separations will take place here through the father, mother, son and daughter forces. I've drawn the vertical separations. So when the four teeth structure is separated vertically, every point that there is the mouth opening, mouth-like opening is horizontal here between L and M. Then these are represented the vertical separation lines, and there is an intersection point between this horizontal line and vertical line. So at each intersection point, the new set of nuclei are created. These are new set of nuclei because L and M tries to bring the nucleus, the central nucleus K towards them. So as a result, only the four spheres split vertically, separate vertically. Then new set of nuclei are created. So how does this happen when it comes to the force cube? We should understand that also. Now first separation was vertical here through this EGCA plane, through that vertical plane. Then this is the horizontal one, and that was the bursting line. And then the vertical lines, these separations happen on either side of this main diagonal. EG is the main diagonal, and this separation takes place here on this triangle and on this triangle. So then now we know that when the force cube was created using the two 3D structures, the polarity, there is a polarity between this section, this structure and this structure, 3D structures. Due to that polarity, after the separation of four spheres in this way, due to the polarity, there is a attraction force between here and here. So due to that attraction force, these vertical lines attract each other. This is attracting this, and this is attracting this, and this is attracting this. As a result, what happens is this 40th structure, the separated 40th structure, it gets curved. You know, our top and bottom set of teeth, those two set of teeth are curved. So that is how the 40th structure turns into curved shape. This is how the vertical separations join with each other due to the polarity of the force cube, and making the upper and lower set of teeth curved. Further, I want to explain the vertical separations further. How does it happen and what's the purpose of the vertical separations? Now, first, actually, due to the for the excess energy to flow to the nucleus, in order to flow that energy to the nucleus, a pathway was created, and that is how the 40th structure was created, by making a mouth-like opening. Then after that, due to the continuous energy supply to this arrangement, the energy of the central nucleus increases. Then when the energy increases here, the more and more, the central nucleus becomes unstable. If it becomes unstable, then it causes to collapse the force cube. That cannot happen because universe has to continue the creations. Therefore, universe establishes a new methodology, new theory, to use up that extra energy, excess energy developed at the nucleus, and using up that energy only, these vertical separations took place, created. By these verticals, creating the vertical separations, the nuclei or the nuclear power, nuclear energy is brought towards M and L. In other words, the genetic technology, the polished characteristic is brought from here to here. Because now this is the new nucleus created. Once this is created, this is closer to this, and then this is receiving the nuclear energy. That nuclear energy is received by this nucleus. That nuclear energy is received by this nucleus. Like that, the central nucleus is brought closer to the other nuclei, and due to the continuous energy supply, these creations happen continuously, repeatedly. Single sphere, then 40th structure, then the vertical separations, all those things happen repeatedly. Then as the continuous energy is being used up to create the vertical separations, gradually the creating more and more teeth is stopped, and it stopped at 32 teeth. after creating 32 teeth, because the energy is being used up for the separation. So gradually the creation of teeth stops at 32. That is how 32 teeth we all have got 32 teeth. So now see that how this the importance of this polish characteristic, the stickiness, shiny characteristic of the sphere surface of the forescue, the genetic power. It carries the genetic power to all human beings. We all have 32 teeth. It comes from the universe's origin, and actually you also, while you all are studying this, exploring this content, try to now first you study, explore, and then you also can try to teach with the diagrams. Try to teach this content like I am explaining. Due to the polarity of the force cube, these vertical lines attract, and the 4-teeth structure is within the force cube, and now you can see that due to the attraction, how the top and bottom set of teeth are curved, and C is the central nucleus. E, D, B and A are the other nuclei created due to these vertical separations. From the vertical separations, the nuclear energy of the central nucleus is brought towards this end, to the right and to the left also. This is how they attract. So the vertical lines are attracted, these lines, due to the polarity of the force cube. And also here also always think that according to your view, this is the left and this is the right. I have to explain this further. As this arrangement is within the force cube, the first sphere, the large sphere, is also created. It doesn't stop, it is created repeatedly. So due to that creation, all these nuclei are receiving the nuclear energy due to the creation of the first sphere of the force cube. Then gradually that nuclear energy or the genetic power or the consciousness, sensitivity, stickiness increases at each point, at each nucleus. Then due to the increase in nuclear energy of at each point, then they are also attracted to each other. That is the nuclear attraction, the genetic power. So due to those attractions, the left hand side there's a set of nuclei, right hand side also there's a set of nuclei. So those are attracted, and the result is, due to the attraction of those nuclei, the nuclear line is created in the middle. It is the tongue line, and these points are the taste buds, and this is the central point, the tip of the tongue, which is the most powerful point of the tongue. And you all know that the tip of the tongue can taste things faster, and so that because it has the power of attraction, it has the greatest power of attraction, greatest power of absorption, absorbing things from the universe. It has the greatest nuclear power. greatest power of genetic power, the strongest, the most powerful genetic technology is here. And even the outside line, the tongue line, the edge, is also consisted of set of nuclei due to the attractions, and these points, the tongue line also can taste things faster, and the taste of food that we eat decreases as you go from here to here towards the throat. At the tip of the tongue only you can taste the food faster and stronger. The powerful taste you can experience at the tip of the tongue. In Buddhism, there is a meditation about the way that we eat food, how the food is being digested. So it starts from the tongue only, tongue and the teeth. According to that meditation, there are certain steps. In those steps, we have to eat the food slowly. We have to keep the food in the mouth a certain number of times. Then they say that the taste of the food has gone when it goes to the throat, towards the throat, to the back end of the tongue. That it happens because of this. The strongest genetic power absorption ability is at the tip, and as you go away it decreases. The genetic power decreases. And also the tongue has a polarity, because the upper and lower set of teeth were curved due to the polarity of the foscue. The characteristic, the polarity feature, because of that, the polarity feature is acting on the tongue, and also it is rich in nuclear power. It has the nuclear power, and also the tongue has a characteristic of dividing into two. This side and this side. The tongue has two main parts, left and right hand side. So it has the dividing power, the characteristic of dividing, and nuclear power, nuclear energy, and also the polarity. And nuclear energy, when it comes to nuclear energy, it is in other words, it's the genetic power. So when it comes to our world, our teeth comes when a baby is born, he gets teeth after the creation of the tongue. But when it comes to universe's origin, it's totally other way around, because that is how everything, what we are observing through our eyes, what we are experiencing in this world, is totally opposite to what is existing at the universe's origin. When you explore deeper and deeper, and when you go to the ultimate reality, the things are upside down. That's why we are going a reverse journey, going on a reverse journey, backward. So when you go backward, things go upside down. The ultimate truth has been covered. So that is why we cannot, that is why actually the human evolution cannot be explained fully, because the scientists try to explain the origin of human beings depending on their experiences taken through six senses. But this is not taken through six senses, this is purely the wisdom. So this is beyond our senses. By liberating six senses only, we can experience these things, the origin of all creations. And so in other words, we can say that the tongue is the origin of teeth. Now the tongue, we can complete here the shape of the tongue. So tongue is the origin of teeth because at the universe's origin, after creating the teeth, only the tongue was created, and the tongue was created by the nuclear energy. Though that nuclear energy is carrying the information or the genetic power used to create the teeth. All the information of creating the teeth, up and top and bottom set of teeth, is brought here to create the tongue through the nuclear energy. So the tongue is a nucleus. It is consisted of nuclear energy. It was created by the nuclear energy. That nuclear energy is consisted of genetic power or the information that was used to create the teeth. So in other words, the tongue knows the creation of teeth fully. That's why when it comes to our world, our tongue, when a baby is born, he has the tongue, but no teeth. So the tongue brings that genetic power, genetic technology, the nuclear energy, the information to create the teeth. So that is why the tongue is the origin of teeth when it comes to our world. So, and also, if I talk about the ultimate spirituality, we can awaken the genetic power of the tongue. The Lord Buddha awakened the genetic power of the tongue. You may have heard about the miracles the Lord Buddha did. He was able to cover the full face with his tongue. When it comes to the genes, genes carry the characteristic of taller, shorter, roughness, smoothness. The ability to stretch things means ability to stretch, making things taller and shorter. That is also a characteristic of genes. An intelligence that has come to all creations. That is why we grow to certain different heights vertically, and also horizontally we grow bigger. So those characteristics are coming through genes. Genes bring those characteristics, that intelligence. And further, this genetic technology, the nuclear energy is spread all over the universe. These creations are non-physical creations. These are existing as forces in the universe. When it comes to our physical worlds, when it comes to physical creations also, these forces, this wisdom comes to all creations. So this technology, the genetic technology, spreads or has spread throughout the space. That is why when a child is born in USA, India or China, in other countries, Sri Lanka, they all have the same characteristic. Their teeth have the same characteristic. All of them will get the tongue first, and after that they get the teeth. So tongue is the creator of teeth when it comes to our world. So this genetic technology, genetic power spreads all over the world, in the whole universe. Otherwise, these plants and beings will not be able to create, because no person is doing that. If this energy, the technology has spread all over this physical world, the psychic world, Trisahasri world, then only in every world, different worlds, the human beings and plants can be created. Right now, the creating the tongue is up to here, is done, and then after that I have to go to the next lesson, the next universal science.